Daily Broadside, day 270. You could take the DNA from Sam Snead, Jack Nicklaus, Arnie, Tiger Woods, Calvin Pete, Jack Nicklaus, all the great golfers of all time, Greg Norman, whoever, and dump them into a petri dish filled with agar, however it's said, and make a new golfer the world has never seen the likes of. And it would be the best golfer this world has ever known. And I could go see that golfer play golf live. And if that golfer were to hit an errant shot into the woods and have to play a little out of bounds lie, there's one thing that you wouldn't see me doing, and that's making an 8-foot cavity back to the fairway and standing on the edge of it with my phone videotaping it, waiting to see what happens. Because I'm gonna tell you what, he hit that errant shot into the woods, he could just as well hit that errant shot into my throat. And I've been hit by a golf ball before. I got tagged by a tee shot one time from about 30 yards away on the inside of my left thigh, and thought I was gonna die for just a second. That stung like a large bee. Stung like getting punched with ice, you know what I mean? Just a bam, right in the mouth, right? So I don't understand why these people just stand there gleefully just waiting to die, because you could die from that. It's not likely, but you could. I was at a gas station the other day. It was a Circle K / Shell gas station. And I've been in there 3 times now since August on different occasions. It's a neighboring town, right? And it's the same lady working there each time. And she cusses like crazy. Doesn't offend me one bit. I just find it very perplexing. It's very odd that a corporate store like that would just let her, I mean, because it's like, you know, people walk in and she knows everybody because it's a small little town. She's like, oh, hey, what's your dumb ass doing? What kind of shit you buying today, Billy? I mean, that's how she talks to everybody. And I'm like, it kind of threw me off at first because I'm in there, getting a drink and something. And I'm like, and she's telling me, she's like, is that all the shit you need? And I'm like, yes, ma'am. You know, it's a little weird. And it would be different if it was a mom and pop store, but it's not. It's like a major corporation. And I'm just surprised that somebody hasn't called up, you know, some Karen hadn't been like, corporate, we have a problem. Y'all have a sailor working at your store on, Infinite Road or wherever it's at, you know. I just, it's a little weird. It's funny, but it's weird. The best 5 Ferraris of all time in no particular order, with the exception of the last one. And that would be the 599 GTO, the 288 GTO, the F8 Tributo / Pista, 48 Pista. Those are kind of the same cars, so you just take your pick. They're both beautiful. And I would want my Pista in dark blue because it's just beautiful that way. And the, what was the other one? The 360 Modena, just because that was the first car I really fell in love with in the Ferrari world. And lastly, along with the GT40, the 2 greatest cars that the world has ever seen, that would be the F40. God, what just an amazing vehicle that I would give both of my children to drive just for a few minutes. It would be amazing that way. I wonder if people that do pottery for a living, you know, they get on the pottery wheel and they're all intent on making like some bowl, you know, hey, it's got to be really boring because it's like, well, I guess I'll go in there and make another bowl. You know, I mean, it's not like you can make square stuff and because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you make a square on a potter's wheel, you're it. You know, you're like the Michael Jordan of pottery. You know what I mean? You're up there on the Mount Rushmore of potters, as it were. But I wonder if they just get absolutely disgusted by the Righteous Brothers song, you know, Unchained Melody. Every time they're in there pottering, I think it's pottering is what they do. They're in there pottering, and the Spotify comes on. It's like, whoa, and I can't sing like Bill Medley, but believe me, or the other one. And that comes on, and they're just like, oh, Ghost has completely ruined my life, because it's like the only movie that's ever had pottery in it, and it's just ruined it. You know, they just want to like bash their head into a kiln and die. But you know, that doesn't always happen. And vaginoplasty, no, absolutely not. Just leave that stuff the way it is. Doesn't matter what you think, it'll be fine. Just let it roll, let it ride.